If you like the video or any other content on the channel, feel free to subscribe. We're getting closer and closer to 500, so subscribe if you like the content. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by.
This is our map today. So I'm bringing my Custodes, Talons of the Emperor. Mike's bringing his Hypercrypt Necrons. And this is the map. We're doing search and destroy. So the corners are the deployment. Middle here is no man's land. We're doing supply drops. Turn 4, this is going to disappear since it's the alpha. The Omega is the center one, so this one will stay out game, and then turn 5, this will go away. I do believe we get 15 points for this one. This is the only one left, and 8 points for that one or this one. We'll let you know. And then we also have Chilling Rain, so just no other kind of special things, just the mission and the map. We're using footprints for this match just so we can kind of mimic the RTT terrain a little better. So we're going to go on to deployment, and then first turn. Alright, so let's see who goes first. Ooh.
I am.
Necrons go first. Okay. Let's see. Now I'll do my Scody Scout moves and go on to first turn. For my scout, I just move these sisters back here just to cause more of a screen. Move these sisters out here. I do want to get on this objective. I do open myself up to some shooting, but it also, if he wants to shoot them, he can't shoot other stuff. Move these sisters inside the terrain. Wasn't quite enough to get on the objective, but they should be safe from any kind of shooting. And that is the scouts, and we're going to go on to turn 1 for the Necrons. First turn draw for the Necrons, we have no prisoners. Well, those poor girls. And cleanse. So you got a cleanse objective and kill people.
Okay.
So Mike's up to 1 CP and I am up to 1 CP. On to the movement. For the movement phase for the Necrons, a little tentative because Mike he got cleanse and no prisoners. He kind of wanted to turtle a little bit, he was thinking, but now with those cards, he had to be a little more aggressive. So he did move his race out to get some shots on my sisters, as well as some of his heavy destroyers moved out to get some shots on my sisters. He did hide his Nightbringer and his Void Dragon, and we were just talking how it's usually different. My Custodians usually don't have a lot of firepower, and it's usually stand out, and who cares? So he did hide them, and that is his movement. Pretty quick. Oh, he also moved his Transcendent Catan to the advance, and he is Assault, so he can cleanse that objective. And now he's just going to put the shots from these race and everything else into my sister. So we'll do that off camera and let you know how that goes, and we'll be back. All right, here. So let's see what my Custodes turn 1 draw is. I have a Tempting Target and Engage in all fronts. Not the best. Not the best. Those are pretty much garbage cards. I don't think I'll be able to. Tempting, he's probably going to make this one, I would say.
Tempting, yes.
So Tempting is going to be that one. And Engage in front's probably not going to get. So, not the best secondaries. What can you do? On to my movement. I'm up to 2 CP. Mike is up to 3. For Custodes, turn 1 movement. I just moved this tank out here, shuffled out, get some shots onto these Locust Destroyers. I brought my Land Raider out here, and I just dropped the Terminator, so I get some shots onto the race. I advanced Draxus over here, so she actually won't be able to shoot. So either way, but she popped a little thing, so she can use her Lone Op for 18. And the Blade Champion is going to just kind of shuffle behind this thing here. Which Seekers onto his objective to hold it. Sadly, they have to be against the wall to hold it, so they can probably be chopped up by race next turn. So that's my movement. We're going to see if we can do some damage in our shooting. Pretty uneventful turn. I did manage to kill one of the race and bring one down to 1 wound. I killed 2 of the Locust Heavy Destroyers with the tank and the Land Raider. And I was going to charge a race, but I don't want to get close to the Nightbringer rate yet. I think I'll just stay here for now. I'm going to toss both my cards, and we're going to go on to the Necrons turn 2. For Mike's Hypercrypt, he picked up his Locust Destroyers, his Void Dragon, and the Immortals.
And my Locust Heavy, because I'm an idiot.
And his Locust Heavies there. Alrighty, so let's see what Mike draws for turn 2. We got Extend Battle Lines and Defend Stronghold. Not bad cards, pretty tasty cards.
Yeah.
Mike does get 5 points for this objective in No Man's Land, so the score is 8-0 for the Necrons. So for Necron turn 2 movement, he did use 1 CP to drop the Void Dragon down over here, Immortals down over here, so he gets some shots onto my Terminators. He kept his Locust Heavy Destroyers in Deep Strike, brought down the Heavy Destroyer over here, left the Transcendent Catan there, and the Nightbringer just as some threats. Now on to the shooting phase.
Wonderful.
Alright, so the race are shooting their Trans-Dimensional Beamers into my Alar's Terminator.
Looking for 4s. That is, oof, grody. 1 hit. 4, 5. Oh, a 5. That's -2.
Yep. It's a 4. Now we're going to shoot the Immortals into my Terminators as well. So we're going to have 24 dice into my Terminators. We'll do the hit roll. We'll come back with the saves.
Rerolling 1s.
Alright, so Mike did get 11 wounds through. Looking for 2s. Whoa. Take 2 wounds.
Yay.
1 Terminator's down to 2 wounds. Alright, so for the Necron shooting phase, the Void Dragon shot at my tank, got a wound through. I rolled a 6 luckily. I lost a Terminator and a wound off my Terminators from the Immortals in the race. So now we are going to have some charges possibly. Are the Wraiths going to charge into my Terminators?
They're going to charge into the girls.
Charge into my ladies. Alrighty.
Run up in there, get between them, hit them in the face.
5.
I'm going to CP that.
Okay.
Come on, something useful. 3, 4.
A 4, worse.
Okay, love it.
Necron combat phase, he did manage to kill 2 of my girls. Somehow they survived. He still has the objective, so he will extend battle lines, so he will get 5 points for that, bringing him up to 13. He's going to hold on to defense stronghold because there's probably going to be no way for me to get that. And so, score is 13-0 for the Necrons, going on to Custodes, turn 2. Okay, so for the Custodes turn 2, I draw Cleanse.
Not too bad. Yeah,
I think I could probably do that, and Defend Stronghold. Good thing I CP rerolled my lady. So let's... Oh yeah, I also lost 3 of my girls from the Void Dragon. No good. Had to use a CP reroll to keep her alive. I get 5 points for this objective, bringing up to 5 points. So the score is 13-5 for the Necrons. Okay, so for the Custodes movement turn, a little tentative here. I want to make sure I didn't kind of leave my lines open too much, and I can try to pounce on as many of these units, because these Catan are coming, and I don't have too many ways to stop them. I moved Draxus out here to shoot at the Immortals. I did get overwatched. I lost a wound off my guy with the Vexilla. Moved the Terminators, advanced the Wardens with a 6. So everything's moved up. The tank kind of moved in here to get in the way of the Void Dragon, and this tank just shuffled away from the Void Dragon. So that is my movement phase. We're going to go on to the shooting phase and see what I can do. Alright, the shooting so far has gone quite well for me. I was able to pick up use the Terminators to pick up the Immortals. I used the Talons interlocked again just to get some more damage through. The grenades kind of picked them to pieces. Draxus for double shoot just to take out a Wraith and a little damage onto another one. Tank to shoot down a heavy destroyer. I did have to use a CP for reroll the damage, so he did so go to CP me. And now I'm just going to shoot this tank into the Void Dragon. I don't expect to do a lot of damage because it is a stinking Necron. So, 6s are lethal. So it's 3s to wound, re-rolling. 3 at AP, 3, so on your invuln. Oh,
1 goes through.
You take 3 damage.
Wonderful.
Because it's D6 plus 2.
Yep.
Oh, that's it. I'll shoot the pitter patter from the little guns off camera, and that'll probably be the shooting. And we're going to move on to the charges. Charge phase. These 2 charges probably can't fail. I'm going to charge the Terminators into the Race and Technomancer unit. An 11. And I'm going to charge the Wardens into the Race as well with a 4. So that'll make it. We're going to go into the charges, and we'll see what happens in combat. So we just did this off camera. It was only a couple Race and a Technomancer versus this giant blob. So that is dead. And that is the end of my turn. Do get 3 points for cleanse. I did want to flame these mortals, but they were dead before I got the chance to. So we'll cleanse that. We have Defend Stronghold. We're not sure if we're going to get that or not. We have a big stinky Void Dragon back here. So the points are 8-16 because Mike does get Defend Stronghold since I wasn't able to take that. So 8-16. Moving on to Necrons. Turn 3. Capture enemy outpost. Well, that's pretty easy. Just fly that Void Dragon on there. And storm hostile jet. Well, just fly that Void Dragon on there.
So doable.
So I'm up to 2 CP, and Mike is up to 3 CP. We're going to go into the movement phase. Some pretty tasty secondaries for Mike. I do believe he gets 5 points for this objective over here, bringing him up to 21 points. So it's 21 to 8, going on to his movement phase. All right, so we are in the movement phase, and Mike, it's going to be pretty hard to come take these objectives. So he's trying to just eke out a lot of secondaries, and then maybe kind of come and take this later turns. For here, to get on this objective, because he got storm and capture, he doesn't want to shoot them off, because if he shoots her off, she can't get it. Warp the Transcendent Catan down here, but he wants to try to advance onto here. He needs probably a 5 or a 6 just to get, or a 4 or 5 just to get over my tank and land on this objective without being in engaged range with my tank. So he does need a pretty big advance. So let's look how she goes. It's a 1.
All right, we're going to CP that.
Yeah.
Okay.
5. That's probably what you needed.
He will land there.
Boy Dragon move up here. I used the reaction. Actually, since I was able to pick 2 units, there was a sister and the Custodes unit there. So I moved both of them, moved the tank on there, and just the sister behind this wall here some. He moved here. I probably should have took my measured out here and moved this a little better so he would never be able to land in here. But my own fault. So he did drop his death marks in there. He will steal that objective with 1. And then his Locust Destroyers landed back here. And I do believe that is his... Oh, the Nightbringer landed back here, just 9 inches away from everything. And that is the movement for the Necrons. So the Transcendent Catan is going to shoot at this tank. Over here, I do believe. So now he's going to fire at me with his QPUs.
That is a full house. No 6s, though, so no sustained. Toughness a bunch, I presume.
11.
11, looking for 5s. 3 at -2.
3 at -2, I am in cover. Yeah. He saves 1. How much damage?
D3.
All right.
2D3. So 4 damage.
4 damage onto my tank. He is down to 10.
He is going to do his gaze at Chickies.
All right.
D3 attacks. 3. Look for 2s. Oh, Grody. 1. 82.
Lose a girl. All right, so I lost a girl and 4 wounds off my tank so far. The Locust Destroyers are going to shoot at my Wardens now. So I'm going to pop my 4 Feel No Pain with them. Strength 5?
Yep.
5's to wound.
6, 7.
AP.
AP 2.
Alright, I'm in cover, so 3 is to save, and then 4 up Feel No Pain. Fail 2. And it will take 2 to kill them anyways, because they're 3 wounds each. You do 1 damage.
Nice.
So the Locust Destroyer spawned into my Wardens. One of my Wardens is down to 1 wound. So that is all the Necron shooting done. So now he is going to charge. Nightbringer, where is he going?
He's going to charge into your tank.
Charge into my tank, eh?
We're going to CP that just in case. I know it's a 9, but...
Oh! A 9! You made it! Ooh! The Nightbringer into my Caladius tank. He's going to strike profile. And there's nothing really I can do. Don't have any fancy stratagems. 2 1s, it doesn't help?
Nope. Looking for 3s, Debbie wounds. Doesn't matter, but 3 at -4.
-4, so I do get 5 up invol. Necrons did destroy my tank. And nothing else charged, but he does get 8 points for this and 5 points for that. So for turn 3 for the Custodes, I draw Investigate Signals and Storm Hostile Objective. I'm going to spend the CP I just gained, bring me back down to 1 to throw away Investigate Signals. Don't want that. Bring it down. Not the best, but... For Custodes movement phase, I did move up here away from the Nightbringer a little bit, but just keep clogging this objective full of OC. Moved out a little bit just so I can get some shots onto these death marks, see if I can get rid of them. And I moved out here. I did get overwatched by these locust destroyers, and I did lose a warden and another one down to 1. So that is my movement. I'm going to see if we can pelt some damage onto these Catan and these units. See if we can get some points. Alright, so the shooting phase went quite well. I should have done some of these on camera, but we just didn't think they were going to do that well. But we killed the Nightbringer between the Land Raider and the other tank. So the tank's far not long for the world. So we do have these two objectives quite secured. And I did take this one back, having the sister and destroying those death marks. So I do score Storm Hostile objective. And Mike, at the end of his turn, pretty much picked up his entire army just to see what shenanigans he can do, see what cards he draws, because he can just drop them down at the end of the turn. He wasn't getting any points for this objective, and this objective disappeared in turn 4. So he picked them up at the end of my turn 3 and just see what we can get. And for turn 4, let's see what Michelangelo gets. Bring it down.
Okay.
And overwhelming force. Kill things on objectives, which you need to do, and you need to destroy some stuff.
Yeah.
So that's not bad. You don't get any on the primary. Go for broke move. He dropped everything he has in this corner just to try to disrupt me off this objective, just to stop me from scoring 8 on this next turn. So that's pretty much all he's done for his movement, and we're going to go on to the shooting and see what he can do against me in the shooting phase. The Lance is shooting into my Land Raider. He hit with a 4. I did pop smoke to see if I could try to negate some of the damage coming in.
The 2-up vehicle gets there. We are looking at AP -3.
-3. I'm in cover, so AP 2. Fails. How much damage?
D6 plus 2. 6 damage.
6 damage, so he's down to 10.
Okay. And we're now going to do Voltaic Storm. D6 plus 3 attacks. So we're looking at 7 attacks. Looking for 3s. Toughness 12 or something.
Yep.
Okay. Looking for 5s. 1 at -1.
-1, so 2 up. Save.
Okay.
So the Void Dragon did take 6 wounds off of my Land Raider. Alright, next we have the Transcendent Catan is going to shoot into my Custodian Guard.
Alright, 6 attacks, sustained 1. Looking for 2. Wonderful. And we're looking for 3s.
Alrighty. Disgusting, guys. Look at that.
Frig. AP2.
So AP1, so I'm in cover. So I do lose my Vexilla guy, so I do go down to OC2 on them, but I no longer be able to charge the wall since he was the man. Alright, on to more shooting. The Locust Destroyers are going to pelt everything they have into this Land Raider with a smoke screen. We'll do the hits first, and we'll come back for the saves. Alright, so Mike, with all the big critical hits on 5s, was able to get 17 wounds through onto my Land Raider. With an AP2, but I am in cover, so I do need 3s to save. Yeah. So I take 2, 4, 6, 8 damage. Not quite enough to kill me, so that might help Mike. Alright, on.
There's still the Lord.
Oh, you still got the Lord. Alrighty. That is all of Mike's shooting. He did manage to bring my Land Raider down to 1. So now he needs some big 9-inch charges to kind of get in here and see if he can steal this objective from me. So I do believe the first one you're charging in first, buddy.
I don't think it really matters, but let's charge the Void Dragon into him.
Alright, you need a 9 at least.
Not it.
7.
CP. This is going to be 1 in it.
4. You just need a 5 or a 6.
Come on. No.
No.
Okay, so he's not going anywhere.
Now it's the Transcendent Catan charging into my, whoops,
8.
an 8. So that's
Locust going into the tank.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, man. Hexmark dude, just cuz.
Nope. So that kind of sucks for Mike. That's
kind of the game.
Yeah. Hard news for Mike. He does probably lose the game now. He probably not charging onto there. We'll go through the turns quickly here, just let you know what the points are. But that was his big gamble. I was already on these objectives. I was going to be getting 8 per every turn. and I kind of targeted most of his infantry just to kind of keep his big units, because I can't kill them, so I just had to ignore them. So we're going to go on to my, we'll see what the points are, then we'll go on to my turn 4. I don't think you get anything, do you?
That would have given me overwhelming and bring it down if I killed that tank.
So
that was the thing, like, that needed to happen.
Are you holding on to those or anything? You're going to get the tank, probably.
I can still get the tank, yeah. I mean, I might as well keep them because that's what I have to do anyways.
Yeah,
I'm going to be doing that anyways.
Mike doesn't get any points, but he's going to hold on to both his objectives just to see if he can get them the next turn, since it is pretty much what he has to do. Kill this land raider and get onto an objective. All right, so we're going to go on to my turn 4. So let's see what my draw is for the Custodes turn 4. Capture enemy outpost. Well, we'll hold on to that, and I have an idea for that. And assassination. So we just need to kill some characters. I already see a character I'm going to kill.
Plenty of them.
And we're going to move on to my movement. I do get 8 points there and 8 points there, so I do max out my primary for 15. This turn, it turned out quite well for me. I was able to assassinate the hex mark. Well, these guys, Mike rolled insane on these, which kind of not best for him at the end of the game, but I fired the tank, the land raider, and everything into these little destroyers. I killed 1. I do score 5 for assassination for the hex marks, and we're going to go move on to the turn 5. The game's pretty much in the bag. We'll just do the points, and we'll let you guys know. Okay, so we just kind of ripped through turn 5 here. Mike did have his old objectives there that he had. He was able to kill my land raider, giving him bring it down, and I did get no prisoners. So he dropped his. So the end of turn 4, he picked them up and dropped them here, just to stop me from getting captured, because he knew there's no really way to stop me from getting too many points. He just wanted to kind of deny me as many points as possible. So he dropped them there. I wasn't able to make the charge, killed my land raider. Next turn, I drew no prisoners. I didn't kill anything, but I do get lots of objective points. So the final points. We were talking how the Immortals really didn't do well against the Terminators, kind of bounced off them. I did get some lucky rolls, and the objectives is kind of, it was weird. It was a little weird game, really, because we didn't really get into it until turn 2, turn 3. So, not a bad game, not a bad list for me. The whole point of bringing the Land Raider was so I could use the reactive move to get back in it, but I never used it. So I think I do have another spicier list I'm going to bring to the RTT, and I might have a little practice game before we go to the RTT. We'll wrap our list a little bit, and like I always say, thanks for watching, thanks for stopping by.